Let's talk about our perfect squares before we do number 7. What's the first perfect square?
1.
1. What's the next perfect square? Somebody spell
4.
Jared. Come on, help Jared out. 9.
45. 36.
10, 49. Which one? 64.
Brightman.
Yes, ma'am.
You have Joseph Thompson.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like me to tell you may not pick up at your convenience?
I will, thank you.
100.
You killing me, Smalls.
I know, I'm so sorry.
All right, what?
Or with home
100.
Huh?
For home competitions or with
Either one. I don't care. 100, yep. What's the next one?
121.
Yeah? Next one?
124.
Yeah, I got room for some more. Keep going.
169.
Yeah, I probably got room for one more.
180.
There you go. All right, now let's look at number 7. Square root of 4. Think. What's the square root of 4? 2, and you're done. All right, 243. I don't care which one you pick, because if it's wrong, 81. Look at your little smarty pants. Yep. All right, so we can rewrite that as 81 times 3, right? And the whole reason you do that is because 81 now gets to come out as what number? 9. Square root of 3. There you go. All right, 605. Who cares if it's wrong? Just give me one.
It's by 121.
121? Yes, it is. Very good. So 121 times 5. And we do that. Yes, thank you. Will you tape that on this side of the door so people can't tear it down? You're amazing. Thank you. This side, the side that we're on. Like, so put the tape on the other side, on the back side. The sticky side. There you go. Yeah. All right. Where are we at? So 121 gets to come out as how much? 11. There you go. All right. What about 338?
It's by 160.
169. I think that's right. Yep, it is. Very good. 169 times 2. So 169 gets to come out as what number? 13 times the square root of 2. Perfect. All right, what about 150? That one's an easy one. 25. Very good. And so that gives me how much? 6. Very good. How do I know that 25 is the biggest one? Very good. Look at 6. You can't pull out another square root from 6. That's how you know 25 is the biggest one. So 25 gets to come out as what number, guys? 5. There you go. All right, what about 24? 24 is 2 times 12. Why can't I use that? Very good. You have to use the perfect square, which is 4. And then 4 times 6 is 24. All right, what's the square root of 4? 2 square root of 6. Beautiful. Y'all okay? Anybody lost? Alrighty, here's what we're going to do. We're going to finish up our checkpoints for a few of us. And for some more of us, we're going to take our quiz. And then once we finish our quiz, guys, we are not finished yet. We still have to do one problem for today. And we are going to finish all the rest of that stuff tomorrow. Y'all okay? Alright, here we go. Clear. If you finished your checkpoint, clear everything off your desk. If you haven't finished your checkpoint, go grab it real quick. Alright, if I call you, come grab your quiz. Ash Wilson, Cole, Madison, Sabrina, Abby Malco, Bernice, Brandon, Danielle, Savannah, Joseph, and Judy. Put it in the tray. Put your quizzes in the tray real quick. And we're on page 13, so grab page 13 real quick, okay? If you have 3 different colors, you might want to grab 3 different colors because it'll help on this stuff. Okay, so what do you notice is different about number 1 versus what you just put your quiz on? There's 3 variables. It's a whole bunch of stuff, right? So guys, look, it's the exact same thing that we have been doing, except you're going to have to do it a couple of times. So I'm going to have to compare, because how many equations are you used to dealing with, guys? you're used to using 2, right? So I can compare the first 2 equations. And then I can compare the second 2 equations. Do y'all remember doing this with the rate of change stuff? Constant or not constant with the functions? I see a couple people shaking their head. Bless you. Now, all you're going to have to do is you're going to have to work with 2 of them. So it's the same rule. When you use elimination, what has to happen? Perfect, Madison. Do you see that up here? You have 2 of them when you're working with. Yeah. What do you see? 2 x's, right? So how do I get rid of those guys? You just subtract them. 2x minus 2x is 0. Alright, you have negative 1y minus negative 3y. How much is that? 2y. Very good. And then you have 3z minus negative 5z. How much is that? Positive 8z. There you go. And then you have negative 5 minus 27. How much is that? Negative 32. You see how you made it smaller? It's a little more easy to deal with. Alright, but here's the only thing. When you work with this other one, you have to make sure you eliminate the same variables. So, yes, sir. Negative 5 minus 27. When they have the same signs, you add them and keep the sign. Okay. Sure. Alright, so what variable did we get rid of on this guy? The x's. I have to do the same thing over here, okay? So, in order to get those x's to cancel out, what do I have to do to this top equation? There you go. And I didn't do anything to the bottom one, so I'm just going to bring him down. And to get rid of those 2's, I would subtract. Very good. 2 minus 2 is 0. 4 minus negative 1 is 5. And 2 minus 3 is negative 1 or just negative z. And then finally, 20 minus negative 5 is 25. And then you get to compare these 2 guys right here, just like you just did on your quiz, in order to figure out what one of your letters are. So you're going to stack them on top of each other, just like your quiz looked. And what letter is going to be easier to get rid of? The z's, right? So we're going to multiply that one by 8. So I didn't do anything to the top one. I'm just going to bring him down. But I'm going to multiply the bottom one by 8. And then how would you get 8 and negative 8 to cancel out? You add them, which gives you 42y. 8 cancel equals 168. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
That's 4.
that's 4. Beautiful. Now I need to plug that guy back in to an equation that only has one other letter. Because I don't want to plug him into the top ones, because the top ones have 2 letters. There you go. I can plug it into one of these 2. So which one do you want to do? It doesn't matter which one.
5y minus z.
Okay, you want to do the 5y minus z? So it'll be 5 times 4 minus z equals 25. 8 minus z equals 25.
8.
Oh, excuse me, 20. Good Lord, what was I looking at? Thank you, Jared. Keep me straight. All right, subtract the 20. So negative z is equal to 5.
So C equals negative 1.
Beautiful.
And I'm just guessing we plug that into the 3 one.
Very good. Now we plug it into one of the top ones up here. Which one would be the easiest top one to plug it into? The very, very top, right? So I have x plus 2 times my y is 4 plus my z is negative 5 equals 10. So we have x plus 8 minus 5 equals 10. 8 minus 5 is 3. Subtract and you get 7. Then I need a big, humongous ordered pair.
7, 4,
Beautiful.
5.
Perfect. So, in pre-cal, you will learn how to graph that and what is happening at that point where you graph it. They all three cross at that same point. They're all three equal at this point. Are y'all okay? A lot of work. We do not have homework. Alright, but what do we have coming up on Monday? Math workshop test. There you go. We've got about 3 minutes left. If you've got your quiz and you only have like one problem or something you want to finish, if you want to finish it now, you can.